Okay, so this is day 2. I've scabbed in all of the boards and I need to scab in. Ran into a little issue. I have a line drawn where all of my floor joists are at 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's supposed to be one back there. I couldn't hit it. I have 2.5-inch deck screws, and then I even stepped up to 3-inch screws and did kind of an angle as well as straight down. I could not find it. Spent probably a good part of 30 minutes. Same with this line here. This line that I drew here matches up to that back wall line, and then I just, shot a laser. And it seemed like everywhere I see all my screws, I'm looking for that floor joist. Could not find it. So I did the best I could, spaced them out where I could find them, about a foot apart or so. I'm pretty confident with it, but this is right on the edge, and this one doesn't have anything below it. So I'm going to shoot these 1.5-inch roofing nails down into that side as well as that side, all the way down. Those are cheap. This is a little bit concerning, just a tad bit concerning. There's no deflection, there's no movement or anything because I have a good solid on the back and everything. Yeah. So I'm going to move on from here and put some Durarock down, 1/4 inch, and then the floor will be done. I can move on to the walls. Trying to get those flush. So I don't know how much information I'm providing on this video for anybody watching. Maybe I've helped you a little bit. What I normally do on a curb is I do the ends first, and when I do the ends first, sometimes I have a bow in this top piece. The bow sometimes goes in, sometimes it goes out. If it goes out, I scab in a piece that's a little bit larger than this depth, and then I can cantilever and push it out, same as I've done here. I have an 8-foot 2x6, which I'm going to use for my scabbing in here, and it wasn't long enough, so I ran like 4 screws into another piece of 2x4 that's longer than this length. Then I can push it up against here, kind of at an angle, and knock it, so that I take out the bow. Once I take out the bow, I'm able to get a screw in there and anchor it well. I usually do about 2, 4, 6, 8, at least 8 screws in the top of the curb. Well, that's it. Now I got my curb flush. What else can I tell you? So 2 at the end. 2 in the middle, and then 2, and then 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, about 8 at least. These are toenail, as you just saw me do. I always toenail, usually the bottom. I'll toenail in at an angle, and then the top one, so that it's solid. It's not a floating curb. Because some guys will just screw straight in, and it's not really anchored. So yeah, I'll get these other set of screws in. But so far, I have put backer board down. Finished out, what did I finish out? I didn't finish out nothing. Oh yeah, I finished out all the scabbing pieces and nailed with my 1.5-inch roofing nails anywhere I thought there was some possibility of movement. It's starting to look like a shower. I still have to knock all these down, all these boards, push them down, screed it out some thin set up under the drain before I set that backer board. Take up that distance, that space there, and then I'll do the same on the surface right over there. But yeah, it is starting to get there. I don't think I'm going to really get to the walls today. I'll probably get the scabbing done on the inside of here, get the drain situated correctly, and I might bring some sheetrock in here, but it's a kind of a small space. Oh, I got to do the plumbing. Ooh, my bad. So I have to make hard copper out of that soft copper, both sides and over here. So I still got to take care of that. Bathroom's got a lot of details. Well, I've done all I can do for right now. See how these nails? I've been doing this for a long time. Roofing nails. Backer boards call for it, and you should do it. If you're still using screws and you're doing 8-9 inches apart and you're spending a bunch of money on the screws and you ever screwed your finger, because I have and it hurts for a week, that's when I kind of did it on my own. I didn't read the directions. I just like, I'm not doing that no more, and I got a roofing nailer gun, and I started, 50 nails in one board. Bam, 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 faster than you can do half a board with screws, and it's just so beautiful. 1.5 inches. So the curb is in, the scabbing is in on here. I haven't attached it yet, but it is there for the shower door glass and all that stuff. All my scabbing is in between my 2x4s. Very nice and neatly done, and my niche is done. So there's an offset here that I put on purpose because we wanted the symmetry to happen. So it's exactly the same distance to that it is to over there. And they have a choice. I can pull those screws out there from the bottom and the top, and if they wanted an offset niche, then I could take that out and go ahead and do that. But yeah, I'm happy with the results so far. I screeded out some thin set, as I said, around the drain. My tile of my thin set will get me flush with the drain, which is what you want when you're finished. So that's beautiful, like that. I had a little extra thin set. I didn't put no tape or anything there. Yes, not necessary. One of the things that I did not check when I started, that my walls are level, which is a beautiful thing. Like all the way down from all these years ago. Beautiful thing. It's off by a 1/16 of an inch, which is fine by me. And this back wall, pretty spot on. So that's beautiful. But diagonally, I'm gonna have to wet shim that last 2x4 in the corner, because I'm flush with all these 2x4s going up, except when I get down to that end, there's about 1/2 inch of room. 1/2 inch of room, flush-ish. This one's a little out by maybe 1/8 of an inch. But yeah, this, because I measured 3 different diagonals up, and I already know that one's about 1/2 inch shy. So I don't know, sometimes people like scabbing. Wet shimming is a lot easier. You just put some thin set, screed the thin set all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, and then you push your board against it and get it level. Kind of move the board around till you get it level into that thin set. Throw a couple of screws up there overnight, and then when it dries up, you're level. That's as easy as it gets for wet shimming. Yeah. Coming along. I like the progress so far. I'm really going to get into it tomorrow. I'm going to do the plumbing, as I said, do that plumbing, change out the valve, set that finally, and probably pour the pan. So I've got 2 or 3 days to have the pan set up before I do anything else, which will take me to all the wall board that I have to set. So yeah, there's a process, and the process is moving along. So I like it so far. Hey, if you enjoyed that video and you learned something, consider being a Patreon member. $5, $10, $15 a month would help me greatly produce more videos. I make nothing from YouTube at all. If you're gonna call me for advice, please donate $50 for 30 minutes. My link to my PayPal and my Patreon account is down below. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you get immediate notifications as soon as I post videos. And thank you very much for your support.